Thank you so much. So I'm so glad that this question is brought up. Why I'm glad is that the right from the beginning, when we were doing the teaching on the nine step Bodhicitta practice, equalizing exchanging method, step number 4 and 5, Tonglen, 4, taking the suffering of others with emphasis on compassion, and 5, giving happiness to others with emphasis on loving kindness. Step number 4 and 5, Tonglen practice, I give a very strong warning that some people, even some teachers, when somebody goes through difficult times, then they will say that practice Tonglen. Yes, it works with some people, but in many cases it doesn't work. It can be counterproductive, because look, now these are the things happening. I've encountered with people who actually complained about this problem. So I was going through this problem, then this person advised me to do the Tonglen practice. I did it, and then I feel more burnout. I stopped the practice completely. All these things I've already given the warning. And then when I give the warning, some people may not take it too seriously, because the other teachers, other people, they say that no, when you go through difficulties, practice Tonglen. So I give all the warning. Only when these personal anecdotes, personal experiences are being shared, then people will be convinced, okay, that makes sense. So thank you. This is it is said. When you don't feel the joy in doing something, and it is a little difficult, but for you, something is difficult and you don't find joy, you do it, it's extremely taxing, and then particularly if it's painful, it can make you burn out. And because his vital energy had decreased. Yes, vital energy can go down and you can go into depression. It's very dangerous. So why this problem is happening is because of no ground practice. No ground practice of the first 3 steps. If one is very successful with the first 3 steps, particularly number 2 and number 3, reflecting on the demerits of cherishing oneself, reflecting on the merits of cherishing others, these steps, if you seriously did it on that base, because of which, if you start to feel that other self-cherishing is extremely devious, extremely devil for me, is so harmful, and how to get away from this, other cherishing, the mere thought of other cherishing makes you feel so light. It's like a safe heaven. This word that I used in the classes. Safe, and see this other cherishing as a safe heaven. These other cherishing is possible only if others are there. So others are so beneficial, so kind in that respect. So you feel joy in other cherishing. You feel, the more you feel, say the painful unhappiness, the fear of thinking about the selfishness, self-centered attitude, the more you feel joy over thinking of other cherishing. The more you feel joy over other cherishing, the more you feel like doing. There's a joy there in taking the suffering from others and giving happiness to them. So then it becomes extremely joyful practice. Where there's a joy, burnout is far away from you. Burnout means painful experience. Joy means opposite of pain. So this is why the first 3 steps are so important. So the message is that whosoever the person is, the person needs to focus on the first 3 steps and take it very seriously. And not only that person, all of us, finding what tortures us is our self-centered attitude. And the liberation from this self-centered attitude is the other cherishing mind. This is the only way. Simply by, no matter how much you practice, let's say the thing like meditation, single point meditation, so forth, this will not happen. Other cherishing will, self-centered attitude will not go down. In fact, sometimes I share you with these anecdotes, like saying, I remember somebody, then in those days, when I was perhaps 21 or 22, and now there are all these things are there: appointment, meeting, fixing a date, timing, and so forth. In those days, no appointment, right? You just bump into your friend's room. How are you? Person meditating, person reading book, person will stop reading book and will talk to you. Meditating, stop meditating, talk to you. And there's one the gentleman he was also young then, I think from England. And I took him as my friends and I just bumped in house, knocked on the door, he opened the door, and then he said, Dorji, don't you know that I'm meditating? Right? So there, selfishness coming up. You're getting it? Don't you know that I'm meditating? Dorji, I'm meditating. Would you mind giving me, some time? That's okay. Dorji, don't you know that I'm meditating? Clearly, there's a selfishness there, self-centered attitude is there. You're getting it? So even the meditation per se, single-pointed meditation per se will not guarantee to get you away from the selfishness. Without removing the selfishness, single-pointed meditation can decline any time. For example, there are anecdotes of the past, the meditators, yogis, with the label yogis, many years of yogic practice, and in the samadhi, with a very powerful samadhi, to the extent, no sleep, 24 hours in meditation, 24/7 in meditation. And then gradually, where there's no movement, ants started to create ant mold on his body. Still he is in meditation, he's unaware of what is happening. And suddenly, when the time came for him to come out of meditation, it was perhaps a few months or few years. He came out and he came to know that he has become an ant mold. He was so angry. He lost all the many years of accomplishment disappeared because of this anger. This single-pointed meditation will take you to the form and formless realm. And anger is a unique mental attribute of desire realm. So when the anger is there, your meditative experience will all decline. Instantly it happened. So therefore, anger is because of the selfishness. Self-grasping, complemented by selfishness, then gives rise to anger when something undesirable happens. So therefore, the point is that the joy will come when you see the selfishness is what destroys my happiness. And how to get away from this? Not only destroy my happiness, it also drags me down into all the painful nightmares, agonizing pains, are all triggered by the selfishness. How to get away from this? How to be free from this? The safe haven is the other cherishing. Then you think of the other cherishing, you don't see that, okay, I'm benefiting you. No, I'm benefiting you that you are benefiting me. You give me the chance to stay away from the selfishness, to stay away from my miseries, unending miseries. So therefore, cherishing others becomes a joy for you. So with joy, you are far away from the depression, nightmare, or burnout. This is so precious.